ready to bust some myths today?
Why, yes, Adam. We have 4 new myths submitted from our faithful fans.
Now, are these the myths about the life groups, aka small groups in churches?
Precisely. We're going to approach them from the 4th myth all the way back to the 1st myth. Let's take a look at the list.
Myth number 4 is that life groups are only full of non-weird and super cool people. Myth number 3 is that life group leaders have to pick amazing topics, have lots of free time, and be super rich to buy supplies for group time. Myth number 2 is that life group leaders are all-knowing and are expected to answer every question. And myth number 1 is that life groups are the church's attempt at making parents obsolete.
Right now, we are outside our containment facility where most of our social experiments are held. Currently, we have 2 life groups inside the room where we've made it look as much like their normal environment as possible.
That's right, and for myth number 4, we are going to have a hidden camera operating with extreme stealth.
As you can see, the girls and boys have separated themselves. A very likely response given the circumstances.
But look at the individuals in the groups. I would say they are a very diverse and unique group of students. All personalities are found in our life groups, which I think means this myth is busted. Alright, now for this myth, we're going to have to equip 2 life group leaders to see if this myth is bulletproof or busted.
We're going to take the female leader and equip her with many materials and topics that are too costly to buy every week. The male leader will also go to his group, but only with a life group sheet of questions that Spring of Life provides.
Alright, let's send him in.
You guys go in there and do your best. Alright, Shelby, you take this. Actually, both of you take a mic, okay? And I want you guys to keep these mics safe, keep them on your head. They're very discreet, no one will ever see them. Because basically, if something goes wrong, we need to hear and see everything.
What do you mean wrong?
Nothing at all. We just need to see what works better, all of this stuff, or a simple sheet of paper. Alright, in you go. Alright, let's see if we can hear anything.
Okay, so I went to the trouble of buying all this stuff and picking out a bunch of stuff for us to talk about.
As you can clearly see, the male specimen is having much more success with his group by simply taking the sheet that was provided him and asking questions. In fact, I would dare say that they're having pleasant conversation, Adam. Now, what we see here is a very consistent principle, a theory of practice that is frequent no matter what the age group of the life group.
Guess that means myth numero tres is busted-o.
Si, senor. Alright, Jason. Since your group is going so well, we're going to follow through with phase 2. What I need you to do is grab the vest underneath your chair and put it on to look as much like a professor as possible. Next, you want to pick up some Bible commentaries from underneath the chair and wave them around frantically. Go for it, buddy.
Of our God, and how He saved us with His Son, Jesus Christ. You have to read it in the book. Do you hear what I'm saying? Can I get an amen? Amen.
Amen.
Seems like having a Bible scholar to lead a group is not working out so hot. Let's see how Shelby's doing just asking questions and drawing out some of the students to talk.
That's why God-honoring relationships are important.
Shelby, what do you think we should look for in guys that we date?
You know what? I was just having that conversation with Katie and Bailey last week. Do you guys remember what we talked about?
I would say this myth is indubitably busted. Alright, this first and last myth is possibly going to be the hardest to test yet.
That's right. If this myth is correct, then our experiment is going to be incredibly dangerous, and it could in fact leave one of our life group leaders limbless. In other words, don't try this at church.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. To keep our leaders out of real danger, what we're going to do is we're going to substitute real angry parents who have been fed this rumor with none other than your fearless host and family pastor, Candace Polzak. So, let's do this. Incognito, as they would say. Yes. Like ninjas in the night, they would say.
So you see, guys, having an adult in your life is really important. Yeah, we're not here to micromanage your life and tell you what to do, but when you find yourself in a new time in your life and you need an adult around who can help you with that, it is good to have an experienced person in your life. I can be one of those adults for you, but it's also important that your parents are too. You need to honor and respect them in the way that they lead their family life.
So as you can see, 4 common myths about life groups completely busted. Life groups are simple to lead, create a safe place for everybody to belong, and are designed to support parents in helping their children make godly life choices. The data seems to indicate that there is no better place to connect with God and connect with others than in a life group.
That's right, Adam, and we should add that our research shows that some of the most effective leaders of life groups are parents themselves. A love for God and a heart for kids or students is really all that is needed to be a highly capable life group leader.